Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heartland for Doom 2 in the ultra advanced difficulty played through the Eternity engine. We are doing all levels with a pistol start, and this is map 6. Get shafted. Let's begin. Grabbing all the weapons, we are going to immediately turn around once we drop down to kill these 3 shotgunners, then the 3 imps with the dual submachine guns. Afterwards, we can grab the mega pack, the mega armor, and finally the rocket launcher. But when we do that, an archvile will try to appear and jump scare you. Let's get him out of the way. Alright, now that the archvile is out of the way, we can finally attack these Mankibai. Usually it takes 3 rockets, but sometimes 4. But when they're dead, we can just get out of here real quick so we can focus on these Mankibai. Let's get them out of the way too. And use the rockets to kill the remaining enemies in this arena. Okay, that should be enough for the time being. So let's just go right into this room with the dual submachine guns. Nah, let's break out the rocket launcher still. So many enemies that are just so prone to being blown up. Like even the remnants. Rockets usually tend to solve all problems, but just don't use them on yourself and you should be alright. Sometimes they miss though. That's fine. Alright, now let's just clean up the remaining enemies, because there are Mankibai here. There's an Arachnotron. There's actually 2 of them if I'm not mistaken. One of them died due to infighting, but that's fine. That's great even. So we don't want those stinky spiders crawling around, do we? Right, so now all the enemies are dead here, we can go into another area where we can kill even more enemies, because this level is just full of them. This area gives you a lot of ammo boxes, which is the hint to use it against the enemies here. It being the dual submachine guns. Yeah, the dual scorpions, the clobs. Unlike GoldenEye 64, they're actually good in this game. Or mod. Since we're a little low on rockets, we're just gonna hammer these guys down with our trusty super shotgun. Because sometimes you just really need to superbly shotgun some enemies. And sometimes they'll still survive the best of your barrages. Sometimes, but whatever. Sometimes the pump is what you need to solve a problem. Either way, we're actually going to use the rockets against these guys now. And go into here and kill these guys with the dual submachine guns. Now we can press the switch and open this area up. We're going to kill the Arachnotrons with the rockets. You can use the shotgun too if you want. I'm actually going to do that right now because I want to save the rockets for some other friends. And you can see them on the upper floor there. Yeah, we're going to get rid of them right now. But if the remnants come a-poppin', they come a-creepin', you can just get rid of them with the shotgun. Yeah, let's do that right now. Or the submachine guns, I guess, since I'm a little low on ammo, and I don't feel like grabbing the other boxes. Okay, buddy. Alright, let's go. Get rid of this guy, too. There's another shotgunner in the hallway over there. Let's get rid of him, too. And grab some more ammo. There's plenty to go around at this point. And armor bonuses too, and health bonuses. Let's grab those too. Alright, so now that I'm in this room, I'm just gonna flip the switch, and when we do that, I'm gonna bully this pain elemental before he spawns cringe. I think there's like 2 of them here, but either way, you want to get rid of them. I almost moved right into that rocket like an idiot, but that's fine. As long as you don't actually do that, you should be alright. The key philosophy in Doom is you don't have to worry about making a mistake as long as you don't actually do it. Okay, that's not really the best philosophy, but hindsight's like 20/20. Alright, so we get some flying spaghetti monsters here. Or, excuse me, the Grell. I don't know if it's Grells as a plural, so I'm just gonna keep calling them flying spaghetti monsters. And I'm gonna bully this pain elemental too. Get out of here, cringe elemental. Ridiculous. But hey, there's some rockets here and orange armor. We're not even gonna look at it though. Don't even think about it. It doesn't exist on this map. Unless you're really, really good at getting hit with all these like projectiles and hit scan. That's the only time you need to worry about that. Anyways, flipping that switch will allow us to go back through this area, which I'm gonna do right now because this area with the chain gunners opened up. Let's get rid of them. And now we should be good to go. When we flip the switch, these boxes full of Mankybai will open up. And so will this area with the Cybruisers. But they're really easy to get rid of. Now for some reason, these boxes are weird. They sometimes give me errors with rendering. And I even got an error to appear on the screen. But didn't crash the game, so all's well. But I guess it should be noted, as of this version, release candidate 2. Probably fixed by the time this video's out. But you never know. Anyways, kamikazes, remnants, and the hit scanners are here. There's even a flying spaghetti monster. Make that 2. We're gonna get rid of them all either way, because they're all pretty stinky. I don't like stinky things. We're gonna go into here with a rocket launcher though, so we can blow up the kamikazes, blow up the Mankybai in particular, because these guys are pretty nasty. This encounter is kinda nasty, but it's very doable as long as you prioritize the Mankybai. After you're done with that, you can probably go into this area and start messing with the imps, and you know, not blowing yourself up. As usual, I'm my own worst enemy in these games. But that's fine, because we got medikits to compensate for mistakes like that. Hopefully your movement's a little better than mine when it comes to stuff like that. So I guess we can grab orange armor in this map. How the tables have turned. Oh well. This should be fine either way. As long as we don't get hit by any other projectiles, we should be alright. Like these guys. Very sneaky bastards, aren't they? Well, there are more sneaky bastards here. And at last, our reward for dealing with all those sneaky bastards is a red key card. Now don't mind the sound of the archvile, we'll be dealing with them later, but when you grab the red key card, nothing really happens. I'm just so disappointed in myself though, because I actually ran into a rocket. Yikes. Well, there's plenty of health to go around, and also over here, Mega Armor. Thank you. We'll probably need it for this area. And if you need anything else, there's plenty of ammo here, so I'm gonna grab this. Without any regard to whether I actually need it or not. Because I do. Let's be real. Anyways, through this part, we are going to meet some friends. Look at all these friends. Lots of friends here. So that's why you backtrack into this area. And hopefully, don't have to deal with the Mankybai shooting projectiles at you and the remnants shooting seekers. They're pretty easy to dodge in this part, as long as you don't get cornered by the Mankybai coming from this area. I think there's just 2 here. No, there's 3. That's fine. Some of them like to hang around these areas right here. But you can quite easily get through this part without taking too much damage, if any at all. But when you're done with it, you can finally grab some of these stuff, or some of these things, excuse me, and press the switch, because some friends will pop out, very spooky friends. And once again, I'm my own worst enemy. Yikes. Oh well, let's go into here now and clear out these enemies. Because this area leads right back into here, in case you want to grab anything, like a medikit for your self-damage, I suppose. I got zapped too, which is quite sad. But whatever, I'm gonna grab the bullets here, even though they give you 75 rather than 50. Anyways, let's go up here now and wake up some friends and cross into this area and wake up a very important friend. It's a Cyberdemon. First Cyberdemon of the Megawad, but also, well, it's not a Megawad, unless you ask John Romero. Anyways, we're gonna get the Barons of Hell to infight with the Cyberdemon, but these ones are just gonna do their own thing, but that's fine. They'll infight with the Arachnotrons, who are also here to try to ruin your day. And sometimes they just like to ignore getting hit several times in the face with a rocket, because, you know, they love to do that. Like, why fight the actual enemy that's attacking you? Whatever. The Cyberdemon should be weakened at this point, but he is still quite tanky. You can finish him off with a super shotgun. If you can do the left, right, or right, left, right dance. Unless you stun lock him or pain chance him. Not the most ideal movement against the Cyberdemon, I know. I could be, like, punching him at this point. I want to get him out of here. All right, there we go. Grab all the stuff here, and we should be good to go. And look at that switch over there. Shoot it. And you should get a flamethrower. But instead of actually grabbing it, I'm gonna just blow these two boneheads up. Just like that. That ought to do it. Took a little bit of damage, but it's fine. It's not as much damage as a direct rocket to the face by aiming at a wall. Okay, so now that we've gotten that secret, we can flip the switch, and I'm going to grab this armor. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Pressing the switch opens up this area with these imps. We can just get rid of them like so, and then head into this part. Whenever we do that, we'll have to watch out and get ready to kill some pinkies, who are quite stinky. So let's get rid of the stinky pinkies before they start sniffing us and getting all their stinkiness all over us. As for this encounter with the remnants, this is where the flamethrower comes in handy. And yeah, they did quite a bit of damage to me, but that's fine, because there are medikits here as well. And look, Cyber Bruisers, or Cybruisers. The light version of the bitch boys. Let's burn them too. Yeah, get out of here, stinky. Finish him off with the shotgun, because why not? Overkill this guy in particular, screw him. Alright, your reward for this area is a bit of ammo, which will come in handy for this next part. Because over here are Arachnotrons. Now, one thing I like to do with the Arachnotrons, which is a little strange, and sometimes it doesn't work out too well, is, I like to, like, just stay in their line of sight while the rockets go near them, so they don't move too much. And sometimes you can even do crap like that, and it kind of works out. Kinda. See, we got rid of him. Now the reason why I keep him in the line of sight is so that he won't move, and he'll actually get hit by rockets. Now of course, as usual, you want to be careful with your rockets, because they'll always screw you up, or whatever. We'll get rid of the imps here, and once we press the switch, we're going to break out the rocket launcher. Before we even do that though, we can blow these guys up. And not ourselves, hopefully. Excuse me. Plenty of mistakes are being made with the rocket launcher this playthrough, but we should be fine. Hopefully. Anyways, flipping that switch will allow us to go back down into this area, which has opened up new parts with chain gunners and shotgunners, but not too many. Yeah, believe it or not, the chain gunners aren't the real threat of this level pack. Most of the time, at least. Except for map 4. Anyways, down here are some Stinky Pinky, some hit scanners, and finally, a backpack. Holy crap. That is amazing. After like 6 maps, we finally get one. Whatever. There's like 3 here. And there's another flamethrower to help us deal with future encounters. There's also these mega packs that I'm not going to pick up just yet. Instead, I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to use the dual clubs to kill this revenant. Because he's guarding mega armor. And now with that out of the way, we can grab these 2 mega packs. And look at all of this ammo. Holy Jesus. That is a lot, isn't it? Well, they gave it for a reason. Because when you flip the switch, this area opens up with all these funny enemies. And they're really funny. They're hilarious. So hilarious that they hurt. Yeah, sure, buddy. Now, the thing about this area is the projectiles move along with the sector here. So, it can be a little inconvenient sometimes. You can also use a flamethrower. But you want to switch to the rockets either way. And amazingly, I didn't get shot until right now. That's incredible. Because there are, like, symmetrical enemies on both sides, which is rather inconvenient most of the time. But I got lucky this time around. Anyways, I'm gonna switch back to the rocket launcher because I'm gonna just rocket these guys like crazy. You can even do something like this to help if you have your sensitivity settings right. Or if you, like, have a quick turn key or something. I don't even know if Eternity has that, but whatever. These enemies are pretty easy once you are able to rocket them quickly enough. As for this encounter, though, we are going to need a little help from our friend the flamethrower, probably. But let's just make sure all these enemies have spawned in so we can actually kill them. You done? I think so. Let's go. Run right here and we'll grab this and we'll bring this friend out. And there we go, Archvile dead. That's why you want to keep the flamethrower ready. You can even keep it ready for a situation like this. That's why I saved up a lot of the ammo for it. You can switch back to the scorpions if you want, as well. Excuse me? Get out of here, Stinky. Stupid face. Alright, so these guys are even done spawning. Whatever. You can grab ammo from them if you want. But odds are you'll only really need the bullets, because there's lots of low tier enemies here and they use up your scorpion ammo rather quickly, don't they? Anyways, you could go down either of these lifts. They'll both lead to the same place. You just want to get rid of all the stinky, ugly enemies either way. Now odds are, like, there are specters here too, so sometimes they like to get onto the lift without even knowing they're there. So I'm just gonna get rid of them too. And of course there are Manky. Let's rocket them. And there we go. With those enemies out of the way, we can now grab some health bonuses and carry on. Now the next area has those Grell, the flying spaghetti monsters that shoot snot at you. Let's just call it the basil to go with your spaghetti, or the parsley, or oregano, whatever you want to serve with it, to pretend to look fancy. Either way, you want to get rid of all these enemies here, as usual. It's not a very complicated encounter, this part here, but you still don't want to be too, like, whimsical around here, like too careless, excuse me. Killed a bootleg Grell, and now we're just about ready to go. I'm gonna grab this right now, since I probably won't do it later, because we're gonna go into this area now. Now this area, aside from the chain gunners and whatnot, has a megasphere right here, lots of ammo, and you can't escape until you grab the blue key. I wonder what things we'll encounter here. Very interesting. Most interesting indeed. But let's not even grab the megasphere. Let's just break out the rocket launcher and start hammering away at these bros. Yeah, these bro knights. Yeah, there's a Cyberdemon over there, but there's also Cacodemons too. And usually the Cyberdemon, whether he wants to or not, gets into infights with the Cacodemons. But some of them like to, like, get into this, like, weird conga line going across the bridge. And sometimes the Cyberdemon will still try to infight you despite being hit by, like, 50 Cacodemon projectiles. He'll still focus you. I might have hit him once, but sometimes even when I don't hit him once, he, like, still focuses me. Like the bastard he is. Alright, let's go. Let's finish him off. Either way, the Cacodemons can quite easily do a number on him. And at one point, whenever I was doing a practice run, the Cyberdemons got into the sector where the train is. You see how he's slightly dark, or how he was slightly dark? Yeah, the Cyberdemons got into that area, and he was trying to infight one of them, but he wasn't able to. So it was like a weird glitch that should probably be checked out at some point. But it rarely happens, as I've done this part a few times before. Either way, we got the blue keycard here. It's kind of hard to see sometimes because the Cacodemon corpses will block it. I'm gonna save this for a little bit because there's one more encounter around this area that I'm gonna check out. As here comes an Archvile and some flying spaghetti monsters, and, you know, let's just have the Pinky survive a direct rocket. Splash damage and all, you know. Whatever, dude. Let's get rid of this Archvile real quick. We can get some more rockets out of this area too. And once you killed everything, you can go over here, interact with this, like, console monitor thingy, and you'll be able to open up this area that leads to a secret with 2 large fuel tanks and a mega pack, which I'll probably save for later. Because right now, I'm gonna grab the Megasphere. So now we have the Megasphere. I think it's about time we head back up to this area. Because back in this area is a blue door, which leads into this part. And since we have the Megasphere, we don't have to grab this blue armor. So we can save it for the future. We'll probably need it. Anyways, in here are a bunch of rockets, and they give you them for a very specific reason. It's because this weapon right here is the BFG replacement, and it uses rockets instead of fuel. It is the cluster bomb launcher, and boy is it an interesting weapon. It can easily screw you over, just like the rocket launcher, but at the same time, you want to use it for this area because it's really good. It shoots 5 rockets at a time, but it also shoots a barrage of regular rockets too. I like to hang around in this area because it's a decent hiding spot. And you can use it to, like, throw flame at these guys too. A little hard to see their attacks sometimes, but it's all worth it. Because, like I said, it's a good hiding spot. And with the flamethrower, it's very easy to just kill everything here. Almost. But sometimes you just have to run out and face the music. Sometimes. There's a very special friend we'll be seeing in a little bit too. But it's a very nice spot to get rid of the worst of the lot. And yeah, he just zapped me. Screw off. Yeah, so with the archvile out of the way, you'll have plenty of space to move around. I'm just gonna bully this Arachnotron in particular and his friend, the Arachnotron, who is also an Arachnotron. Yeah, John Arachnotron and Jim Arachnotron. Yeah, there are more archviles though. Let's get them out of the way. Alright, so this fight will also allow you to utilize the flamethrower against the archviles. You know, fight fire with fire. But of course, some archviles are sturdy bastards, but I think we got them. And sometimes you'll have to just use the regular rocket launcher against these enemies. Because like I said, it uses up 5 shots, the cluster bomb launcher. And it can be a little inconvenient sometimes whenever you're just using it against one enemy. But at the same time, it's still really, really good. So you should definitely use it. But aren't you amazed that I was able to get through that whole part without blowing myself up with the the cluster bomb launcher? Yeah, I know. I should have done that long ago. Whatever. We got this mess cleared out. And in case you want to go back for whatever reason, you can open this up, flip the switch, it'll send you back to the start. And this is just in case you want to grab anything else from these parts. Like armor, health, ammo. But odds are, you pretty much got all you need. Yeah, you can just backtrack through the entire map if you want. But I don't need to do that. I got all the ammo I need here. Armor, whatever. We'll get some later. Some right there, but I don't care. I'll grab the armor bonuses here though. And there's also like health bonuses around, but those are not as important. Either way, get a look at that enemy counter. We still got like over 700 enemies left. Now where are they? Where are they? Maybe they're down here in this area where there's lots and lots of ammo pickups. I mean, look at all of them. I'm gonna grab the Mega Armor though, even though I grab armor bonuses, because there's Mega Spheres here, there's lots of rockets. This is just asking you to use the Cluster Bomb Launcher, because whenever you flip the switch, all hell breaks loose. And what you want to do, ideally, is shoot right into the center where there's like an opening of enemies, so that the cluster bombs will get the best like radius around them. Yeah, they hand out rockets like candy, so you can use the cluster bomb launcher rather liberally in this area, especially with enemies like these, but probably not the Grell. Because flying enemies are not really susceptible to it, but you can still use it against certain single target enemies like the Mankibai, because, you know, they are really good at inconveniencing you. But then again, so are you. Yeah, you want to move away from the center area of the cluster bombs, if that wasn't obvious already. What I usually tend to do in this area is kind of like move around in a U motion, so that the enemies are usually like hanging around in the center. And yes, you heard that right, there's a Cyberdemon here, but he's not the only one. You can use the cluster bombs to clear out the mess that's in the like rocky cliff sides here, just a little bit, because there are a lot of imps up there, in addition to all the other friends that we'll be meeting. Yeah, you don't want to hold still for too long, because as you can see, there's plenty of enemies here that are more than eager to blow you up the instant you stay in one spot for too long. And of course, there's also like Seekers and crap like that to also ruin your day. And of course, yeah, piss off, Mancubus. So this is why they give you 2 Megaspheres, because of situations like this, but thankfully I haven't really needed it yet, because the U-turn strategy is pretty effective against these guys. Like the horseshoe dance. Doesn't work all the time, but it's pretty effective in this arena. And hey, one of the Cyberdemons died, that's nice. Sometimes they actually die in fights, which is quite ideal, because sometimes they can screw you over. And you kind of want the big boys out of the way, so you can just get rid of the slim pickings as usual. And of course, don't let the pinkies anywhere near you, especially when you're firing cluster bombs. You can switch back to the regular rocket launcher if need be, just in case you're unsure of how much damage you'll deal to yourself by having a pinky nearby with the cluster bomb launcher. Okay, so as you can see, we cleared out most of the enemies here, which is very nice. Let's get rid of the Mankibai and the imps on the cliff sides. And since we have, like, shotgun shells, we might as well use them. And I'm gonna overkill this fellow in particular. And how about that? We managed to do this fight without having to pick up a Megasphere just yet. And it's all thanks to the fact that we didn't blow ourselves up. And, we have to deal with any Cyberdemon shenanigans. I don't like the Cyberdemon. And I nearly blew myself up there, but that's fine. Alright, so at this point it's pretty much cleanup. Okay, it was kind of always cleanup, but still. Either way, Just look around all the little balconies, make sure there aren't any sneaky, snarly enemies on them. It's kind of hard to see, but hopefully that should be all of them. I'm gonna grab one of these just because I can. Well, I'll grab them both, because all the real enemies here are dead. I'm just gonna hammer around to inspect if the auto-aim will shoot at any enemies, because, like I said, it's pretty dark here. But I think we got them all. And as for the kill counter, yeah, the Archviles resurrected a few enemies, but not in this area. There are no Archbros here, I think. It's hard to tell, because there's like so much carnage here. Anyways, let's drop down into here, and there's just a little bit of enemies left around the spot. But here's the exit. But in case you want to go back for whatever reason, you can just take the portal. It'll send you back up to right before the final fight. Well, let's double check. We got all the kills and all the secrets. Well, thinking we got all the kills. Hopefully there's not like a stray imp somewhere hanging around on a box that's kind of broken. But I'm looking at the kill count. I'm going to say we did it, because it's hard to tell with slaughter maps how many enemies you killed, especially with situations like this where the Eternity engine doesn't count everything the way it normally does. But we're done. So let's just head out. And with that, we are done with Get Shafted, and it took us 36 minutes. Much shorter than my usual times practicing this level. And yeah, it's a really fun map. The music is amazing. It's probably one of Stuboy's best, like definitely in the top 10, maybe even top 5 for me. I just love it. It goes so well with this level, and it really gets you pumped to play it. Even if you fail the level a few times, which I did in the cluster bomb arena and the final area where Cyberdemon survived somehow. I was doing some runs there and managed to die around those times. Yeah, I was doing like practice runs to get this level all sorted out, and those areas are pretty tricky sometimes, but you can kind of get away with them by doing some pretty simple strats. But sometimes you have to be careful with your movement either way. But yeah, like I said, this map is very fun. It's pretty long, so you'll have to invest quite a bit of time in it. The secrets are kind of easy to find, but at the same time, not really. Like the second secret, you would have to know to interact with that monitor in order to go to the secret with the Mega Pack, which, let's be real, usually isn't useful to me because I grabbed the Megasphere after the fight with the Cyberdemon, but you might need it. Like, you might get hit with projectiles and whatnot, and might have to desperately grab the Megasphere in order to survive that fight, but it's very doable for me. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with this map, and I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. We are done with this video. Stay tuned for our next one where we go into the final level of Heartland. But until then, toodaloo.